Uh, let's see here. Maclane, do you have another key to the door? Mine doesn't seem to work.
What do you mean it doesn't work? It was working when we...
Well, I'm putting the key in the front door here. I am turning it. I am jiggling the doorknob. It is not opening. The key doesn't
Okay,
work.
I know what you meant.
Can I see your key?
Yeah, here's
Thank
mine.
you.
You know how a key works, right?
Yeah, this one's not... You want to try it?
Okay, here. Okay, it is not
See?
working. You are correct. I apologize.
We are locked out of the studio, and we have to record an episode of yesterday. Oh, Cindy's coming. Cindy, hey, buddy. Hey,
Oh my word! Specters, spooks, ghosts! Are you real?
what do you mean am I real? It's Jake and Maclane. Of course we're real. Are you okay, buddy?
You doing all right?
I thought you guys were dead.
I thought we were dead.
You had coronavirus. I gave you up for goners.
Yeah, we were down and out for a couple of weeks there. We weren't able to come in to do the show. We sent a letter to the landlord about it. Didn't you? Like, the doc said we were going to be fine.
What on earth would make you think we were dead? I mean, it was a couple weeks, but yeah, it wasn't that serious.
Okay, well, I may have jumped to a few conclusions when I saw the letter that you had COVID and you were going to be gone for a couple weeks. I did some stuff with your studio. I hope you don't mind. You guys had your rent paid up till the end of the month, and I figured why let the space go to waste.
Did you change the lock? Because we cannot get in.
Yeah, I went ahead and changed the locks too. That was just a preemptive thing on my part, in case your undead bodies somehow managed to reanimate and try to break into the studio. I just wanted a line of defense against that, you know?
Perfectly reasonable.
That is very inconsiderate, though.
Perfectly reasonable.
Maybe inhumane sounds more the word. Could you open the door for us so we can get into
nice.
our studio? That we rented out?
Here you go. We're cool. You're not dead. You're not zombies. We're all cool now. You can go ahead on in. I left some stuff in the room, so just don't mind that. It's fine.
Yeah, you're paying us back for rent this month, buddy.
Alright. The old studio. Good to be back at it again.
Just like we left it, and why is there a hot tub-sized cauldron in the middle of the room?
Oh, yeah, don't mind that, guys. I got really into cheese making while you were gone. I have a few of those sitting around here. So, I'll get rid of them, don't worry.
There
Cheese.
are
You were
giant
making
pots
cheese.
of cheese around the studio, and you tell us not to mind it?
You know what, let's just start the show. We'll take care of the cheese. Welcome back to Yesterday Today. This is Jake Westbrook and Maclane. We were gone for a while there, knocked out pretty bad with the gold
This is our
coronavirus.
triumphant return. We beat the virus.
In honor of our enforced vacation, the theme this week is Farewell Summer. Coming back from vacation, getting back from the nice, relaxing, sickness-filled vacation you just had. I still haven't got my sense of taste back yet. That's been pretty annoying, so I can't sample this wonderful cheese Sydney made, which looks absolutely disgusting. I am not going to touch that.
Dude, don't look at it too long.
No, I'm not. And the first episode we have today is an episode of Fibber McGee and Molly, where they're just returning from their vacation. And this is actually a pretty special episode, Maclane, if you want to tell them why.
Yes, Jake, I would like to tell him, because this happens to be the episode of Fibber McGee and Molly where the great Gildersleeve himself leaves Wistful Vista for Summerfield, where he starts his own radio show, The Great Gildersleeve, in what was, I mean, as far as I'm aware, this is like one of the first instances of a sitcom spinning off from another.
Yeah, Great Gildersleeve actually got his start on Fibber McGee and Molly, where he was McGee's neighbor.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, first they kind of had to retcon the character a bit when he moved over to his own show to, make him more likable, more approachable, and also better as a leading man. They got rid of his wife, basically, is what I'm trying to say. That's the biggest
That's really
difference.
the only thing that changed about him. They never explain why his wife disappears.
We are left to wonder.
All I'm saying is the man might have some secrets buried in his past.
It is interesting how The Great Gildersleeve was so successful after being spun off from a different show, and how that was still a very new concept. So,
anyway, here is Fibber McGee and Molly from September 30th, 1941.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat welcome 30 new stations to their network tonight as they present Fibber McGee and Molly with songs by the petite and glamorous Martha Tilton, the top-ranking King's Men, and the music of Billy Mills. The show, written by Don Quinn, opens with I'm Not in the Mood. Well, it's great to have Fibber and Molly back again, isn't it? They're all tanned and rested after their vacations, and I'm sure they have lots of good fun in store for your Tuesday evenings from now on. Our sponsors, the makers of Johnson's Wax Products, would like to join all of you in giving them a royal welcome. Here's to Fibber and Molly and Don Quinn, the writer, and all the members of this fine cast of performers. May they live long and happily, and may they continue to be your friends and your favorite radio program. And may I thank all of you for our sponsors, because after all, it's your continued and enthusiastic loyalty to Johnson Wax Products that has made this whole affair so successful. It's a good thing to remember, by the way, that whenever you buy any Johnson's Wax product, you're buying the best, and you're sure of complete satisfaction. Well, all good things, even vacations, must come to an end. And a good thing, too, because a bank account is a good thing, too. And two people we know were coming to the end of that, too. And here, just arriving home at 79 Wistful Vista, we find for the first time in 13 weeks those travel-weary, train-tired, ship-shapeless, map-happy homecomers, Fibber McGee and Molly.
Ah, heavenly days. Isn't it wonderful to be home again, McGee?
Ah, home. A four-letter word meaning no tipping. I can hardly wait to see everybody. Tell them about Alaska and the big bear I shot. I'll knock 'em dead.
My, doesn't the house look good?
Yeah.
Uncle Dennis must have taken wonderful care of it whilst we were gone.
Yeah? I'll bet he's got the house full of flies.
Why, it's too late in the year for flies.
Not for bar flies. I wonder if he's home.
Well, I'll see. Yoo-hoo! Uncle Dennis, it's Molly and Fibber. We're home. Yoo-hoo! Uncle Dennis. Maybe he's out.
He may be away, but he ain't out. That guy can hold more than
McGee. Now, will you please stop talking that way about me, Uncle Dennis? He's every inch a gentleman.
He is? Remind me to measure him next time he falls down. Well, I'll have to admit he's got everything in pretty good order around here. Ah, boy. Let me sit down in my old easy chair a minute.
There you are.
Ah, Paw shot a bar. Thank goodness we only have to take one vacation a year. Sure tires you out, don't it?
Yes, but it's been a wonderful trip. You've learned all about salmon fishing, bear hunting, and underwater photography.
Huh? What do you mean, underwater photography?
You mean it was accidental when you fell out of the canoe with a movie camera? Oh, dear, look out the window and see who it is, McGee.
Oh, it's Mrs. Uppington. Come in, Uppy.
How do you do, Abigail? My, it's nice to see you again.
How do you do, my dear? And Mr. McGee.
Hi, Uppy. I'm glad to see even you. How's the world been treating you, Seldom?
Have you had a nice summer, Abigail?
Oh, delightful, Mr. McGee, simply delightful. I've spent the summer singing for the boys in the army camp.
Ah.
Oh, but tell me, where have you been and what have you been doing?
Well, sir, Uppy, we drove to Seattle and took a boat to Alaska. Wonderful country, too. It's the...
Oh, my, how those soldiers did appreciate my singing. I was on the program with another lady singer, you know, and they simply wouldn't let me leave the platform. They kept shouting, more, more, give us more.
Oh, well, that must have made the other singer feel fine. Who was she?
Grace Moore, I believe.
Well, let me tell you about Alaska, Uppy. It's a beautiful country. You ain't seen anything till you've seen the first rays of the Arctic sun glinting on the icy waters of Ketchikan Creek with the...
Oh, you must tell me all about it, Mr. McGee. Sometime. But now I simply must be going. I must let nothing interfere with my work for the boys. Oh, did I ever show you the lovely letter of appreciation I received from the White House for my work in a previous national emergency?
Yes, you did, Abigail. And I must say it was real thoughtful of President Lincoln to do it.
Yes, indeed it was. I beg your pardon. It was President Wilson. Goodbye.
Wow. If I'd have been you, Molly, I wouldn't have been quite so...
I almost forgot. Welcome home.
Folks, we're happy to welcome to our show tonight that sensational young songstress, Martha Tilton. Martha?
You will shout when it hits you, yes indeed. You will shout when it hits you, yes indeed. When the Spirit moves you, you shout hallelujah. Oh, you'll holler, yes indeed. Can you play sweet music?
Yes, indeed.
I mean that really sweet music.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. It's sweet as sugar candy, yes, indeed. Can you play hard music?
Yes, indeed.
I mean that extra hard music.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. It's harder than a blacksmith's apron, yes, indeed. When the band starts playing, that is all you need, and you find yourself swaying, yes, indeed. When the boys start swinging and forget to read, you will find yourself singing, yes, indeed. You will shout when it hits you. Yes, indeed, you will shout when it hits you. Yes, indeed, when the Spirit starts to move you, you'll be shouting hallelujah. Oh, you'll holler, yes, indeed. Oh, you'll holler, yes, you'll holler, yes, indeed.
Well, you'll have to admit, McGee, Uncle Dennis has kept the house in apple pie order.
He would. He knows I don't like apple pie. Is he home?
Yes, he's taking a nap.
What's that?
I told you. Uncle Dennis is taking a nap.
Yeah, but what's that noise?
It's a woodpecker. He sleeps like a log.
Yes, indeed. By the way, I wonder if that taxidermist in Seattle has sent me that bearskin yet.
Oh, it's too soon, dearie. Takes a little time to cure it, you know.
Not when I shoot 'em. When McGee draws a bead on 'em, bang. They're cured of whatever troubles they ever had.
Come in.
Well. Billy Mill.
Hello, Billy. My, it's nice to see you again.
Hello, kids. Welcome home.
Thanks, Billy. And what kind of a summer did you have?
Swell, babe. Very groovy. You mean gravy? No, groovy. In the groove.
Oh. Have you the same bunch of nice boys in your band this year, Billy?
Yeah, all but my scribble player. Had to let him go. Why, Bill? You know what a scribble is?
No.
Neither did he, neither did I, so I had to let him go. Well, we went up to Alaska, Billy. Great country, too. Yeah, I've heard of it. Up that way, isn't it? Yeah, you ought to run up there sometime, Billy. Boy, if you could ever get a load of the first rays of the Arctic sun glinting on the icy waters of Ketchikan Creek. Ah, Alaska.
Say, maybe my secretary would know what a scribble is.
Alaska. I'll ask him myself. See you later, babe. So long, Skip. Alaska myself. If that ain't the worst pun.
Well, he couldn't help it. He just reads what's rotten.
You mean written?
I know what I mean. All the time we have... Oh, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Harlow. Welcome home. Or no, you're supposed to say that.
All right, welcome home. Have a nice trip?
Simply grand, Mr. Wilcox. Did you know we went to Alaska?
Yes, I heard about it. Have fun?
I'll say, Paul shot a bar.
He did?
Yes, sir.
Gee.
7 feet 3 inches from Beezer to Bustle, too. That's a great country, Harlow. If you could ever see the first rays of the Arctic sun glinting on the icy waters of Ketchikan Creek...
I had a great time myself this summer, right here in Wistful Vista.
You did?
Yeah. Boy, if you could only see the beauty as I do, in the first rays of the Wistful Vista sunshine, glinting on the lovely surface of a freshly glow-coated linoleum, bringing out new life to the pattern and coloring and protecting it from scuffing and cracking, you wouldn't have to go to Alaska.
Yes, but you can't shoot bear in somebody's kitchen.
He doesn't shoot bear, he shoots the...
McGee.
Incidentally, Molly, you'll have to give me partial credit for your house being so well kept while you were away.
Why, Uncle Harlow? Asked little Fibber, with a mischievous twinkle in his merry blue eyes, because he knew darn well what was in store for all his little radio friends.
Well, I stopped by and gave Uncle Dennis a lecture on the value of Johnson's glow coat in the home.
Oh.
I made him set down his tray of ice cubes and really listen. Look, Dennis, I said, Molly took great care in selecting that linoleum, and you've got to take good care of it. How, he says, putting the corkscrew back in his pocket. With glow coat, I said. It shines as it dries in 20 minutes or less, and dirt and dust wipe right off. Well, that was the story, and now I've got to be getting along, folks. Say, I'm glad you're back.
Hey, wait a minute, Harlow. I want to tell you about Alaska. It's the most wonderful...
Wait a minute. Have you told anybody else about it?
No, he hasn't, Mr. Wilcox.
Why?
Then don't tell me. You know I can't keep a secret.
Ask her myself. Hey, Molly, there's a good place for that bearskin. Right on the floor there in front of the fireplace.
Never.
Huh?
I'm not going to go around doing my housework with that thing showing its big, beautiful white teeth at me like Caesar Romero, and I wish it was.
I think I'll put it on the floor in front of my bed. Then on cold winter mornings...
look, McGee, never mind the bearskin now. You've got to help me take down the curtains. They're going to the cleaners.
Oh, let's do that tomorrow.
I never saw such a man. You either work like fury for a few minutes or you sit down doing nothing.
I know. I'm a member of the sweater set.
What's that?
Yeah. I either sweat or set. Don't you get it, Molly? I says I'm a member of the sweater set.
It ain't funny, McGee.
Well, so what? You might have gone along with me on our first show.
Well, everybody seems to know we're home again.
Yes, the Johnson Wax Company asked me not to keep it confidential. Come in.
Well, hello, Mrs. McGee. Hello, little chum.
Gildersleeve.
my, it's nice to see you, Mr. Gildersleeve. Won't you have a chair and a cup of tea?
No, thank you, Mrs. McGee. I can't stay but a moment. I just dropped in to say goodbye.
Goodbye. Where are you going?
I'm not going. I've gone. I've moved to Summerfield. I'm managing the estate of my niece and nephew.
Whoa, well, what you going to do with your house here, Gildy? Sell it or rent it?
Sell it. Would you care to buy it as an investment?
Me? Why, I wouldn't give you a nickel for that rat-ridden rabbit hutch, Throcky.
Oh!
Remember when that house had an iron deer out on the front lawn, Molly?
Yes. Whatever happened to it?
It looked around one day and took a look at that house and ran away.
Now, look here, McGee. I've taken plenty from you in my day, but by George... Oh, my goodness.
What's the matter?
I must remember to buy George, my caretaker, a little gift. He's been taking care of my house this summer. Did you meet him?
No, we were up in Alaska, Throcky. There's a wonderful place. I shot one of the biggest bears that...
Yes, and how did you like it, Mrs. McGee?
Oh, I had a wonderful time, Mr. Gildersleeve.
The way I happened to shoot him was, I was walking around the bend to catch Can Creek when all of a sudden...
What time is it?
It was early in the morning. Just as the first rays of the Arctic sun were glinting on the ice...
I mean, what time is it now?
3:30, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Oh, dear. Just got time to catch my train. But I just couldn't go without coming in to say goodbye to you, Mrs. McGee. And Fibber, my little chum.
You mean we ain't going to see you anymore, Gildy?
Chin up, little pal. That's life, you know. After all, we're just ships that pass in the night. I hope you miss me as much as I'm going to miss you.
Well, ships that pass in the night had better miss each other.
Gildy, old man, I hardly know what to say.
Well, let's just say this isn't goodbye. It's au revoir.
Oh, I can't say that, Gildy.
Why not?
I can't pronounce it. Let's just say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, another thing. My lawnmower.
What about your lawnmower?
McGee never returned it, and I'm going to need it in Summerfield.
Now, wait a minute, Gildersleeve. You know very well that ain't your own lawnmower.
It is, too. You borrowed it.
It was mine, and you borrowed it.
That broken down clover clipper has changed hands oftener than the World's Wrestling Championship. Can either of you prove ownership?
Yes.
How?
It's got my initials carved on the underside of the handle.
Well, if it has, it's yours, Mr. Gildersleeve. Go get it, McGee.
I will not. If he wants it, let him go get it himself.
All right, I will. Where is it?
It's right in there.
Here?
Yes.
Okay. By George, I'll... Oh, my goodness! McGee, aren't you ever going to straighten out that closet?
And here, back from their summer vacation, no bigger but better than ever, your favorites and ours, the King's Men, singing Little Liza Jane.
I got a gal and you got them, Little Liza Jane. I got a gal and you got them, Little Liza Jane. Oh, Little Liza Jane. Oh, Little Liza Jane. Come, my love, and marry me, my little Liza Jane. How happy we will be, my little Liza Jane. I'll go buy a wedding ring, my little Liza Jane. We'll be married in the spring, my little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Then one day in the middle of May, little Liza Jane, away she ran with a traveling man who stole my Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza, when I heard the news, oh, little Liza, I got the blues. Liza, come back, my Liza, Liza, come back, my Jane. Liza, 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 little Liza Jane. that I jumped aboard a train. Made up my mind I'd try to find my little Liza Jane. Way down south in Tennessee, I got off the train. Who was waiting there for me but little Liza Jane? Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Took my honey by the hand, got back on the train. Stole her from that traveling man, sweet, sweet Liza. Now we live in Baltimore, me and Liza Jane. Lots of chillin' round the door, just like Liza. Liza Jane. Liza, how I love my Liza Jane.
Hey, Molly, must have been a bad storm in Whistle Vista while we were gone.
What makes you think so?
You know that ship in the bottle on the mantel?
Yes.
Well, 2 lifeboats are missing. Hardly
Come in.
yet. Well, if it ain't old Wallace Wimple. Hi, Wally, old man.
Hello, folks.
Come right in, Mr. Wimple. It's nice to see you again.
Thank you, Mrs. McGee. I hope you had just a peachy vacation.
Oh, we did, Wimple, we did. Swell trip. Went up to Alaska.
Isn't that wonderful?
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to persuade my wife to take a trip up there, too.
Oh, you'd simply love it, Mr. Wimple.
I know I would, Mrs. McGee, but she won't go unless I go along. I simply can't leave my business.
What is your business, Wimple?
I'm a poet.
Oh, a poet, eh? Well, you ought to grow a beard, Wimple. Poets are more impressive with beards.
I did once, but the people who buy my poetry didn't like it.
Oh, to whom do you sell your poetry to?
Burma Shave.
Incidentally, how is your wife, Wimple? Same as ever?
Oh, yes. She had a wonderful time listening to the Lewis Nova fight on the radio last night.
Oh, how did you like it?
I didn't hear it. I was doing the dishes.
Wimple, what you need is a few weeks in Alaska. Make a man of you. Go up there and hunt and fish and rough it. Then come back and assert yourself.
That sounds like a wonderful idea, Mr. McGee.
Betcha.
But do I have to come back?
Why, of course not.
Maybe you wouldn't want to. Boy, if you ever saw the first rays of the sun glinting on the icy waters of Ketchikan Creek.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's my wife honking for me. Coming, dear. Goodbye now.
So long, Wally.
Poor Mr. Wimple. Say, what's his wife like, McGee?
Well, roughly like the backfield of the Green Bay Packers. I hate to say that, loving football the way I do. Oh, well, look who's here, Molly.
Hi, mister.
Well.
When'd you get back, huh? When'd you?
Oh, just a little while ago, sis. My, you've grown, haven't you? Your vacation must have agreed with you. How old are you now? I says, how old are you?
I bet you can't guess, I bet you.
7?
No.
6?
Mm-mm.
5?
No.
8?
No.
Oh, you must be more than 4. You're not 9, are you?
No.
Oh, well, then I give up.
You didn't try 5.5.
5.5?
No.
Well, anyway, you're a little young to be getting coy about your age. What you been doing this summer, sis?
Oh, I went to a Girl Scout camp, I bet you. I'm a brownie.
Oh, you are, eh? Well, shake, sis. There's a touch of leprechaun in me, too.
Gee, it was wonderful, mister. I learned first aid and how to give artificial respiration and everything.
You did, eh? I said you did, eh?
Did what?
Learned how to give artificial respiration.
I know it.
Well, if you knew it, you must have had an interesting summer, sis. We had one, too, though. Went up to Alaska.
Gee, did you?
You betcha. Alaska's really marvelous. It's the thrill of a lifetime to be walking along on Ketchikan Creek with the first rays of the Arctic sun glinting on the icy waters and see a Eskimo trotting along behind his dog sled, cracking his whip in the air and hollering, "Mush! Mush! Mush!"
I'm hungry.
Oh, go on. Ever see a kid with an appetite like hers, Molly?
Well, she'll outgrow it. All little girls are like that.
Mm-hmm.
They love menus when they're young, and they love used men when they're old. Now, will you help me take down the curtain?
I'll drag him down with my teeth after that. I don't know, Molly. I don't think I will. I don't feel like that. I don't feel good.
What's the matter?
I'm worried about my skin.
Well, take a warm bath and rub a little oil on it.
No. I mean my bare skin.
Oh.
Those guys promised they'd send it to me just as...
Come in.
Hello there, kids. How's everything?
Did you have a nice summer, Mr.
Sure
O'Connor?
did, daughter.
Hey, Molly, watch his eyes pop out when he finds out where we've been. You know where we went this summer, old-timer?
No, I don't, Johnny. Personally, I went up to Alaska.
Alaska?
Yep, wonderful country. Shot a bear, too. You shot a bear? Yep, one of the biggest bears ever shot in Alaska.
Oh, sure.
Never mind about me. Where'd you kids go?
Well, remind us to lend you a lightning rod when you leave, Mr. Oldtimer.
Why, daughter?
You just stole our thunder.
That's pretty good, daughter. Or it would be if I knew what you meant. That ain't the way I heard it.
Oh, sure.
The way I heard it, one feller says, t'other feller says, this Joe Louis is a great fighter, all right. He's practically invisible. You mean invincible, says t'other feller. I do not, says first feller. I could see him as plain as I can see you. Well, I gotta be getting along, kids. Remind me sometime, tell you about Alaska. That's a great country.
That does it.
What, McGee?
Sit down, Molly. There's something I want to tell you.
McGee, what is it? Don't look like that. You frighten me.
Sit down, Molly.
But what do you want to tell me, dearie?
I want to tell you about my trip to Alaska.
But I was right there with you, remember?
I know, but I got to tell somebody or I'll bust.
Oh. All right, dearie. Go ahead.
Well, thanks. Well, sir, if you ever saw the first rays of the Arctic sun glinting on the icy waters of Ketchikan Creek...
Heavenly days up the creek again.
While we're waiting for Fibber and Molly to return, I'd like to have a moment with you to say farewell to September and hello to October. Where the months have gone, don't ask me. But what to do about that car of yours that needs an October beauty treatment? Well, I can certainly answer that one. Make it sparkle and shine with Johnson's Car New, the sensational auto polish that both cleans and wax polishes in one application. Perhaps you'd like to know that during the past season, Car New has enjoyed the greatest sales increase of its history. More and more car owners have discovered how easily, how inexpensively they can clean and wax polish their cars this modern way. Car New saves time, Car New saves money. Where can you buy it? Ask your regular wax dealer, auto supply store, or service station for the one and only Johnson's Car New, spelled C-A-R-N-U.
Ladies and gentlemen, Molly and I and the Johnson Wax people and all of us would like to take this occasion to wish Harold Perry every success with his new Sunday afternoon program, The Great Gildersleeve.
Yes, we'll miss him on Tuesday nights, but we're proud that our association was a stepping stone toward his own show.
And if he learned anything from me about the finer points of acting and timing and characterization...
It'd be a miracle.
Yes, sir. Huh? Good night.
Good night, all.
starts. Speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Finishes for home and industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night, and reminding you that America's first line of defense is you and your support. So invest to the best of your ability in defense savings bonds. Good night.
Well, here's that man again to suggest to all you careful housekeepers that you try just one bottle of Johnson's Cream Wax, the newest form of wax polish made especially for furniture and woodwork. No oil to collect dust, cleans as it polishes, gives furniture an exquisite wax luster, real wax protection. That's the Cream Wax story. And by the way, dealers are now offering a tube of Johnson's Blem free with the 39-cent bottle of Johnson's Cream Wax. Blem is a marvelous blemish remover that takes off ugly white rings, stains, and scratches from furniture. Get the combination package of Johnson's Cream Wax and Blem for only 39 cents. This is the Red Network of the National Broadcasting Company.
All right, guys, I got the cheese vats moved out. Let's see, what else did I leave around here? Oh yeah, the fleas.
The fleas?
Sorry, did you say fleas? F-L-E-A-S?
That is correct, sir. I was conducting a few experiments to breed my own race of super fleas that would... Well, we don't need to get into the details, but turns out those things breed like rabbits. Yeah, the closet's full of a colony of them. They've what's the word for, 85? Because they've 85'd in size since I peeked in on them last, so, yeah.
You're telling me you've grown a giant super race of fleas in the closet?
They grow themselves after a certain point, I'll be honest, but I'll take care of that. Don't you guys worry. A hair on your pretty little heads.
I was a little concerned as to why that closet door was boarded up, but now I know.
Yeah. I just love coming back from vacation, getting back to the old routine of bizarre things happening around you while you can only stand and stare at the world burning down. Sorry, I went to a dark place there for a second. The next show we have for you today is the Phil Harris Alice Faye show, where they're coming back from vacation as well. And this is also a unique episode in that this is the first episode of the Phil Harris show where Frank Rimley, his name is changed to Elliot Lewis on account of the fact that the Jack Benny show switched networks over the summer and took the rights of the character with them, and it's kind of complicated. Point is, Frank Rimley had to change his name in the show. So this is Phil Harris show from October the 5th, 1952, entitled Hotel Harris. Oh, Sydney's peeking back in.
Hey guys, I just wanted to make sure you guys didn't get the wrong idea. I feel like you needed a little context to what I just told you about the fleas. I was really only breeding them to fight the termites. The Delta breed of termites that was infesting the building a while back. It was supposed to be like a, you know how in nuclear warfare you have this counter-strike policy where if you launch nuclear missiles, somebody else will launch them, and it's, what's it called? Mutually assured destruction. That was the idea here with the fleas, so I just wanted to make sure you didn't think I was doing anything weird, okay? Alright, see you later.
Definitely not weird at all.
A very rational explanation, Sydney. Thank you for, clearing up any misconceptions I might have had about why you're breeding a giant super race of fleas in the closet. Let's listen to Phil Harris.
Good idea.
RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in recorded music, and first in television, presents transcribed the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show. For your enjoyment, here is the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show, written by Ray Singer and Dick Chevrolet, with Elliot Lewis, Walter Tetley, Robert North, Janine Roos, Ann Whitfield, Walter Sharp in his music, and yours truly, Bill Foreman. Probably a lot of you people have been away this past summer and were glad to get home. The Harrises were, too, until they saw... But more about that later. First, a word from RCA Victor. Imagine this situation for a moment. It's Saturday afternoon at the stadium and the football game's tied up. In the last seconds of play, your favorite team runs the pigskin 60 yards for the winning touchdown. That's real excitement. Excitement you don't want to miss. So go to the games when you can. But if you can't, see them on RCA Victor television. Every new RCA Victor set has the exclusive Magic Monitor circuit system. The Magic Monitor acts like an engineer inside your set. It screens out interference automatically, steps up power automatically, and automatically ties the clearest picture to the best sound. For exceptional value in big picture television, choose RCA Victor's new Brookfield. The Brookfield is 21-inch television in a handsome console cabinet that will add new beauty to your living room. And you'll find the 21-inch Brookfield console is low price, too. In fact, RCA Victor television prices start as low as $199.95. So visit your dealer tomorrow. Buy one of RCA Victor's new sets with a magic monitor circuit system. And remember, every year more people buy RCA Victor than any other television. And when you get RCA Victor television, buy an RCA Victor factory service contract for expert installation and service. And now the stars of the RCA Victor program, Alice Faye and Phil Harris. This summer, Phil made a personal appearance tour throughout the country. Alice's brother William went along to keep an eye on Phil's business. And Alice went along to keep an eye on Phil. Their tour is over now, and they're on their way home. As we look in, they're approaching their house in Encino.
Phil, you certainly had a successful personal appearance tour. And no wonder. You're the most terrific performer I've ever seen on the stage.
Yes, I am, aren't I? You know, the people love me. I shall miss the plaudits of the public, the acclaim of the populace, the garlands of flowers strewn at my feet.
All right, Phil.
I'm not finished yet. The incense burning upon the altars of the land, and the maidens being thrown into the molten lava pits as a sacrifice and deference to my...
Oh, shut up.
Willie, that is no way to talk to a national idol. You're just jealous because big crowds turned out to see me every place I went.
That's what I can't understand. Why did they come to see you? Why?
Because they love me. Especially them farmers. They love my type of home-brewed humor.
That's homespun humor.
Don't tell me what we used to do at home. No kidding. Didn't y'all hear the way them farmers laughed at my jokes?
I didn't hear them laughing. As a matter of fact, the ones I talked to were sending a petition to Washington complaining.
Complaining about what?
They said you were getting more money for your corn than they were getting for theirs.
That's pretty bad. Those men were just jealous because their women were falling for me. You know something? It's an amazing thing. Now, I haven't played those places since I was 35, and the same women came back to see me.
Only this time they brought their daughters. Their daughters brought their daughters, and their daughters...
I don't think a silent screen star is in a position to cast any stones. Their daughters to see their daughters. Them women came to see me because...
Never mind. Tell me later. Gee, I'll be glad to get home. But I dread the thought of all the work I'll have to do. The house has been empty for 3 months. The cobwebs are...
No. You're all wrong there, honey.
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't tell you, but before we left, you see, I gave the key to somebody, and I asked him to come in 2 or 3 times a week and sort of take care of things.
Well, now, that was very thoughtful of you, Phil. Who did you give the key to?
Frankie?
Phil, of all the people in the world, why did you give the key to Frankie? I don't trust him.
Well, why not? He's honest. He won't steal anything, and the house will be just the way that we... Oh, no!
Phil, what's the matter? What are you staring at?
That empty lot. Ain't that where our house used to be?
We live on the next block.
Oh, thank goodness. Ouch. For a minute, I thought Frankie put it on wheels and was using it for a floating crap game.
There's our house, Phil. And thank heavens it's still in one piece. Home at last. You want to come in for a while, Willie?
No, thanks. I'm anxious to get home and see Mother.
Well, in that case, I'll drive you home. I want to see Mother, too. Phil, you go in the house and open the windows and air it out a little. I'll be back soon.
Okay, honey. See you later. Ah, man, it's sure great to be back. Now I can relax and enjoy our own home. Hey, Frankie's got the place looking great on the outside. And look, he's got a welcome sign over the door. Ah, ain't that sweet? Look at it. Welcome to the Alice Faye Motel and Trailer Camp. Swimming pool, cooking privileges, and a direct wire to Hialeah, Pimlico, and Belmont. Oh, no. Oh, well, that's just a gag. You know something? That kid has got a beautiful sense of humor. Imagine anybody actually doing that to a friend.
Front boy, here comes another guest.
Look,
You're in luck, sir. We have one room left. That'll be $28 for the night in advance.
I ain't paying no $28 a night to sleep in my own house.
Your house? I must talk to the doorman about allowing these winos to come in here. I'm sorry, sir, but you're in no condition to register in a reputable place like this. Well, look at you. You're...
Keep looking.
Oh, no, it's him.
Yes, it's me. What's the matter with you? Are you crazy or something? I come home and find my house turned into a motel.
Now, don't blame me, Curly. This situation is all your fault.
My fault?
Yeah. You came home a week too soon.
What are you talking about?
Curly, now don't yell in the lobby. I can explain everything. But first, do me a favor and sing a couple of choruses.
Sing? Why?
Every stool in the bar is taken and the jukebox is busted.
Give me some harmony grits and some red sugar-cured ham. Give me a great big bowl of milk gravy. I'll be such a happy man if I can see magnolias blossom and azaleas in bloom. Just lead me up to the table and give me lots of elbow room. Just pass me that mammy fried hoe cake and some good old black-eyed peas. Give me a hay rack full of hot biscuit. Make my coffee black if you please. Now if you feed me a la Dixie in a style so grand, you'll have yourself a happy man. Sorghum molasses, you'll have yourself a happy man. Pass them hominy grits. And then give me a slab of that Tennessee hickory cured ham. Then I want a water bucket full of red-eye gravy. Sop! Ooh, you have got yourself a happy individual. Because when I was partaking, I can see magnolias, and I can spell honeysuckle in bloom. So get me up the table, move over, Clyde, break it up, Henry, and give me lots of elbow room. I want some mammy fried hoe cake and some good old black-eyed peas. Then give me a hay rack full of them baking soda biscuits. And you can make my coffee black if you please. Now if you feed me a la Dixie in a style so grand, you're gonna have yourself a happy man. Hog bone and honey, you're gonna have yourself a happy man. A hush puppy papa, you're gonna have yourself a happy man.
Curly, that was something. I Ain't sure what, but it was something.
Now, look, never mind. Look, you've got a lot of nerve.
Hold it down.
Look, you've got a lot of nerve coming into my house and making it a broken-down tourist home.
Now, just a minute. It's not a broken-down tourist home. I've been very particular who I let in. Every guest here is a personal friend of mine.
Oh, no, a flop house. Look, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to get every one of those human derelicts out of my house.
Curly, they're very fine people, and I assure you they haven't done anything to hurt your reputation. You should be proud to have these people as your guests. They add class to the place. They're educated, charming people who...
Hey, knucklehead!
Pardon me, Curly. One of my guests is paging me. What can I do for you, sir?
I got a B. When I rented my room, you told me I'd have the bathtub all to myself.
So?
Now I find people using it to bathe in.
What's wrong with that?
They're dirtying up my gin. I had to throw out 3 batches this week.
You made gin in the bathtub? I warned you, sir, I will not tolerate that. Now you go right upstairs and empty it.
Okay, I'll drain it out.
Let's not be hasty. You see, I've just had a long trip, and I am a little hot. I could stand a refreshing tub.
I'll get you some soap and a towel.
Never mind that. Just get me a little vermouth and some olives.
Well, there goes another batch. Now I'll have to mix another tub.
Will you wait a minute? You ain't mixing nothing around here. This is my house. Now I want you to get lost. Take your juniper berries and get out of here.
Now look, I don't know who you are, but get lost yourself. I got some bottling to do, and I'll see you later, Mr. Lewis.
You can't talk to me like that. I ain't gonna let it... Mr. Lewis? Who's he talking to?
Me, Curly.
You?
Yeah. Curly, I have a surprise for you. During the summer, I changed my name.
You got married?
No. From now on, I'm going to be using my real name.
Menashe Skolnick?
No, my real name. Ever since I've known you, I've been using a stage name.
If Lewis is your right name, then why have you been using a synonym?
Because of my mother. Now that I'm a star, she wants me to use my own name. So from now on, you'll address me as Elliot Lewis.
All right. From now on, I'll call you Elliot Lewis. Elliot.
Now, what's wrong with the name Elliot?
Why did they ever hang that one on you? Anything else? Dudley, Orville, even Myrna. But Elliot, ooh.
You're going to do that every time you mention my name? You just don't appreciate a beautiful name. Very dignified. I'll bet you Alice will like it.
Oh, Alice. Hey, Alice. Holy smoke. Well, don't you know something? She's going to be in here soon. If she finds a bootlegger set up a still in her bathtub, she's going to murder me.
All right. We'll get rid of him. I don't need him anyway. I got 29 other paying boarders.
29? We only got 3 bedrooms. What do you got, 9.5 people in each room? Look, Elliot, Ooh. Look, I want you to get all them people out of this house before my wife gets here. Alice is not going to like this.
I don't see why. They're all very nice people. One is a doctor. And then Curly, there's that charming old maid from Pomona. And the fella in vaudeville, and...
Can I talk to you for a minute, Elliot?
Ooh. You don't have to get sick when somebody else says it. What's on your beautiful little mind, honey?
Ellie, dear, I just don't have my rent again this week. You don't mind, do you, hon?
Nah. You're only 12 weeks behind. Just take your time, baby.
Oh, thank you, Angel. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Curly, that was
The old maid from Pomona.
Lovable old thing.
Yeah. It's a shame she's so wobbly.
Wobbly?
Yeah, didn't you notice the way her hips wiggle when she walks?
Oh, that. It's a nervous tick. Isn't she delightful?
Oh, yeah. Alice is going to love her. Look, you certainly got a house full of great guests. This is the worst thing. What was that?
The doctor, of course.
Oh, how stupid of me. I should have known. Giving his patients a shot, no doubt.
Don't be facetious. He's operating. He uses a new Hungarian method for removing warts, which is very effective.
All right. Now, will you listen to me? Look, we got to get rid of all these people fast, because if she ever comes to... that's Alice. Now, look, we got to keep it from her. I'll think of some excuse to get her out of the house while you get rid of them guests. Now, get rid of
Phil, where are you?
In here, honey. I hope she didn't see that sign.
No, she couldn't have. She came in the back way.
Phil, I want to talk to you.
Alice, hello. Gee, it's good to see you again. You look wonderful.
Thanks. You look... Phil. Phil, what's the matter with you? Before we left this summer, I told you to leave a note for the milkman to stop delivering the milk.
Holy smoke, I forgot.
I'll say you forgot. There's 168 bottles of milk on that back porch.
Yeah, I noticed that stuff back there.
Well, if you were here and you saw it, why didn't you drink it?
What for? I ain't got ulcers.
Oh, you haven't changed a bit. Still the same old Frankie.
No, honey. Oh, he's not the same old Frankie. You see, he changed his name.
No, you don't. I'll tell her myself. Alice?
Yeah?
While you were gone, I returned to my original name, Elliot Lewis. From now on, I wish you'd call me Elliot.
All right. From now on, I'll call you Elliot. But in the future, Elliot. Oh.
Wait a minute. I'm getting a little tired of this. I see nothing wrong with my name. I happen to be very fond of my name. I think it's a lovely name. Elliot. Ooh. You got me doing it. I'm a little hurt about this. There's no reason for everybody making fun of my name.
Now, take it easy. I'm only kidding. I think Elliot is a very pretty name. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take... What's that thumping upstairs?
Oh, that upstairs? Oh, that... Excuse me a minute. Elliot, come here.
Yeah.
What's the thumping?
Oh, that's just Thelma.
The Wiggler?
No, Thelma's a trained seal. She belongs to that vaudevillian I told you about. And, Curly, you better do something fast.
Why?
This time, every day, he makes the seal rehearse her act.
What's that?
Oh, that's the band, dear. They're playing your introduction. Sing.
Somebody loves me. I wonder who he can be. Somebody loves me. I wonder who he can be. Worries me. For every man who passes me, I shout, meant to be my loving baby. Somebody loves me. I wonder who. Maybe it's you.
We know you've looked everywhere, everywhere, everywhere in despair. Someday he'll come along, the man you love.
I wish I knew who he may be.
For every man who passes by, she shouts,
hey, maybe,
maybe you were meant to be my loving baby, baby. Somebody loves me. I wonder who. Maybe it's
Oh, that was just your echo coming back. You know, these California houses, the way they're built, they're nothing but
Anybody home? I brought the groceries.
Oh, Julius!
Hiya, kid.
Hello, Miss Faith, Mr. Harris.
Hello, Julius.
Hiya, Sam.
Sam.
You ain't gonna get me to say his new name.
You too? What's the matter with my name?
There's nothing wrong with the name. It just don't fit you. Your face with that name is sickening.
His face with any name is sickening. Where you been all summer, Mr. Harris?
Oh, I was on the road, kid. Yeah, I went back to Indiana and Illinois and appeared at the state fairs. I was the star attraction.
What did they display you in, a stall or a jar?
Look, kid, I did my act and I was a hit. And small wonder. I happen to have something that the public loves. It has made me popular and very rich.
I know, but if she ever divorces you, you're dead.
I was doing all right before I met Alice. I was busted and people didn't like me, but I was doing all right. Now, will you beat it, kid, and don't bother me?
First, I gotta deliver the food that Mr. Lewis ordered for his guests for dinner.
Oh, what guest?
Oh, he means us, honey. You see, Elliot here, that ain't never going to sound right. Anyway, this fella here was thoughtful enough to order dinner for our homecoming.
Well, gee, that was thoughtful. What did he order, Julius?
12 loaves of stale bread, 200 pounds of horse meat, and a barrel of herring.
Herring?
For Thelma.
Oh.
Stale bread, horse meat, and herring, and who's Thelma?
Well, honey,
Who was that?
That was Thelma.
I want to know what's going on around here. People walking through my house.
Pardon me, Blondie. I just want to get some soap and towels. Thank you. See y'all later.
Who is she?
I don't know. She comes in every Sunday to take a bath.
That woman's not going to take a bath in my house.
well, honey, we can't let her run around dirty. There's nothing to get excited about.
What's that?
The wart specialist.
What are all these strange things going on in my home?
Everything seems perfectly normal to me.
This is the last straw. I'm leaving here, Mr. Lewis.
What's wrong?
There's a seal doing the breaststroke in my gin. This is the worst motel I've ever stayed in. Goodbye.
Motel? All these people and... Elliot, you've turned my beautiful home into a motel.
Now, that's right, honey, but don't get excited. We're going to throw everybody out.
Yeah. Well, everybody except that old couple that has your bedroom. They've got a 6-month lease.
Now, look, I don't care what they've got. Phil and I are sleeping in our own bed.
But, Alice, they're entitled to the bed. They paid me in advance.
You heard what Alice said. Now do something about it and do it fast. Alice. Allison. Alice. Time to get up.
What? Oh, Phil, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Why should we get up?
We have to. It's that old couple's turn to use the bed for 2 hours. Come on, hit the deck.
Alice and Phil will be back in just a moment. RCA Victor's new 3-speed Victrola attachment is just your speed because it plays any record, any speed automatically. It gives you all the advantages of all the speeds. 78, 33 and a third, and the popular 45. The center's the secret of its outstanding 45 performance. A large slip-on center spindle assures that 45-speed records change from the center as they should. The new Victrola 3-speed changer is so simple to operate, a child can do it. After the last record is played, it will turn itself off automatically. So visit your RCA Victor dealer tomorrow. See, try, buy the new Victrola attachment that can automatically play any record, any speed, through your radio, phonograph, or television set. Remember, it's the world's most trouble-free 3-speed changer. The new Victrola 3-speed attachment by RCA Victor.
Friday's the day. Dennis Day. Starring in the new RCA Victor TV show. And it'll be on most NBC TV stations. So check your newspaper for correct time. Thanks, everybody, and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Included in this program, transcribed, were Julie Bennett and Benny Rubin. The part of Julius was played by Walter Tetley. From RCA Victor comes another must for your record library. It's the complete recording of Verdi's opera Il Trovatore, starring the brilliant Jussi Björling, Zinka Milanov, Fedora Barbieri, Leonard Warren, and the Robert Shaw Chorale, with RCA Victor Orchestra conducted by Renato Cellini. Visit your RCA Victor record dealer tomorrow. Ask for the complete album of Il Trovatore, available on 45 or long play Red Seal records. Recorded by RCA Victor.
All right, that was the Phil Harris Alice Faye Show. And next up we have a season opening episode of the Jack Benny program from 1946. And this episode of Jack Benny actually, Maclane, what are you rubbing your eyes like that for? Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. Yeah, just get to the let's talk about the episode.
You don't sound okay, Maclane. You sound like you're having an allergic reaction to something there.
Now that you mention it, I do feel just a little stuffy, and I don't think it's the coronavirus.
All right, guys, I think I got just about everything taken care of. The fleas are gone, the cheese is gone. Let's see, what else did I... Oh, right, the ragweed.
Ragweed?
Ragweed?
The ragweed. Did you guys know I'm working on a theory that ragweed actually has some very medicinal purposes?
Does it?
Sydney, are you growing ragweed in this room?
Well, technically it's in the walls. I found it grew best when so I removed a piece of the wall and I had to plant it in the insulation, and it's actually growing pretty fast.
Oh,
Sydney,
that's good.
Sydney, I don't know how you're going to remove this ragweed, but I have the utmost confidence that you are going to remove it. Aren't you, Sydney? You are going to remove it.
Well, I guess if you put it that way, it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but,
What kind of medicinal purposes does ragweed have?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't actually figured anything out yet. I just feel like they're probably out there. That's what I was going to discover by growing it. Do you feel like you have a cancer or something that's being cured right now?
Quite the opposite, actually.
Oh. All right, well, we'll call this theory a bust. I'll get to work on that. I thought for sure that was going to work.
Okay, well, while he starts tearing the walls apart, Jack Benny.
Just sit there, Benny, and keep your trap shut.
Yeah, one false move and we'll slug you.
But, fellas, please, untie me. My program is on. I should be there. I'll lose my job if I miss my first broadcast.
You're gonna miss them all, Benny.
What?
You ain't gonna drive us nuts anymore.
For 15 years, we've been listening to that. Hello again, this is Jack Benny talking. Well, we've had enough of it, see?
Yeah, let's bump them off.
No. Please don't kill me. I don't want to die. Spare my life. I'll make it worth your while. I'll give you each $10. Please, fellas, don't kill me.
Go ahead, Joe. Let him have it.
Wait a minute. We ain't had no fun. Let's torture him first.
Okay. I'll burn him with my cigarette.
No, don't burn me. Don't burn me. Don't. What kind of a cigarette is it?
A lucky strike.
Okay, burn me. Burn me where it'll show. After all, lucky strikes are made of the light, that fine, that naturally my light. Let go of my tongue. What's the matter with you guys, anyway?
All right, Joe, we've stalled long enough. Lift him out of the chair and lay him on a table.
Okay, but I want to do a neat job on this guy. Hand me my rubber gloves.
Here.
No, fellas, don't kill me. I'll make it $11. I mean it.
Ready. Knife. Axe. Poison. Rope. Knife.
You've got that already.
Thanks.
Please, fellas.
Gun. Bullet. Atomic bomb.
What?
Give it to him.
Boss, wake up! Boss, wake up!
Huh? What? Oh, it's you, Rochester.
Yeah.
Gee, what a nightmare I just had. I was with two fellas, two of them. What a horrible dream.
Did you get stuck with the check again?
No, nothing like that. I dreamt I was held captive by a couple of thugs. They're going to keep me from going back on the air. It was terrible.
It must have been, boss. You look pale. Sick. Let me see your tongue. Fingerprints.
That's funny. There shouldn't be. You wore rubber gloves.
What'd you say?
Oh, nothing. You weren't there.
Doggone, boss, that sure must have been a realistic dream. Look how you thrashed around in the bed.
Yeah.
You even pulled an arm off your teddy bear.
Oh, darn it. I've had it ever since I was 30. What a nightmare. Seems like I always dream like that before an opening broadcast. Well, I better start getting dressed. Ouch. Rochester, I told you to shorten my nightgown. Why didn't you?
I was going to, boss, but I hated to cut those rosebuds off the bottom.
Oh. Well, get the car, Rochester, and as soon as I get dressed, we'll go to the studio.
Yes, sir.
Drive carefully, Rochester. I'm nervous. You know how it is before an opening broadcast.
What are you worrying about, boss? You've been on the radio 15 years.
Well?
If they ain't found out by now, they ain't never going to find out.
I guess not, but take it easy anyway. I don't want to have a lot of... Rochester, when you come to an intersection, blow your horn.
I can't. The rubber bulb is broken.
Well, then put it in your mouth and blow it.
But Trillo won't let me.
Well, anyway, here we are at NBC. Want to come in and watch the show, Rochester?
No thanks, boss. I'll sit here and listen to it on the radio.
Okay. The earphones are in the glove compartment. Here's the key.
Good luck, boss.
Thanks. Take back your samba, hi, your rumba, hi, your conga, hi, yi. Take back your
I
samba.
beg your pardon, Mr. Benny.
Yes?
May I have your autograph, please?
My autograph? Certainly.
Would you mind signing it in this pail of water? I want to try out my new pen.
Sure, just a minute. I'll pull up my sleeve. There you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take back your rumba high, your samba high. Gee, those pens are becoming popular. Maybe I ought to do some jokes about them on my program. Nah, the public isn't ready for it yet. Take back your samba high, your rumba high, your conga high. Hiya, Don.
Well, hello, Jack.
Well. Well, Don, we'll be on the air in a few minutes.
Yes, sir. How does it feel getting back in the groove again, Jack?
Well, to tell you the truth, Don, I'm a little excited. I mean, I feel good, but I don't know, I got a nervous stomach.
I know just how you feel, Jack. I got a nervous stomach, too.
Well, you're just about 30 inches more nervous than I am. But you'll be all right. Say, Don, have you got everything all set for your part of the program? You know, just the way you want it?
I sure have, Jack. And I took the liberty of hiring a quartet to work with me during the commercials.
A quartet? For the commercial?
Oh, I knew
That
you'd
sounds
like
novel.
it. So I'll tell you what I did, Jack. I put them under contract for 8 weeks, and it will cost you only $500 a week. Isn't that wonderful?
Why, yes. I mean, yes. But, Don, that quartet must be sensational for that kind of money.
Oh, they are, Jack. This will start a new style in radio. Talking commercials with a big vocal background. You'll be crazy about it.
I know, but $500 a week for 8 weeks. Well, if it's as good as you say, Don, it might be worth it. How much time we got before we go on the air?
Well, about 5 minutes.
I'll have the orchestra warm up. I'll be right out.
Okay.
Take back your samba high, your rumba high, your conga. $500 for a quartet. Hi-yi-yi. I can't keep moving high, my chassis high any longer. Hi-yi-yi.
Jack, it's almost time.
Coming!
All right, everybody, stand by.
Take it, boys.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been said that Jack Benny has made more people laugh than any other comedian who ever lived. And now we bring you the man who said it, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking. And Don, for our first show, that was a very nice introduction. But I wish you wouldn't make people think that I'm conceited enough to say that I made more people laugh than any other comedian. I mean, it's true, but I didn't say it. Well, Don, here I am starting my 15th year... My 15th year in radio. And, Don, just think, for 13 of those years, You've been with me.
I know, Jack, and I'll always be grateful.
Well.
Why, when I started out with you 13 years ago, I was just a little nobody. Yeah. And look at me today. A big fat slob.
Don't thank me, Don. I'd have done the same for anybody. And, Don, the nice part of our association is that it's always been so pleasant and happy. I mean, I don't know. I like just being around you, especially when you laugh. You know, I haven't heard you laugh for 17 weeks. Go ahead, Don, laugh.
Oh, no, Jack, you
Come
embarrass
on,
me.
Don, come on, laugh. Come on. No, come on. No, laugh some more. Come on, Don. No, Don, hard, real hard. Harder, Don, harder. Now do you... Now to you people sitting in the audience, if you ever want to get in here again, that's what I mean. And, Don, I know it's a little early in the show, but I want to hear this idea you have for the commercial, you know, with the quartet. You know, after all, it's $500. Are the boys ready?
Oh, yes, they're still rehearsing, but they'll be here in just a few minutes.
Good, good. I can... Oh, well, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. Hello, Don.
Mary, I haven't seen you in 4 months. Let me look at you. Gee, you look swell. You look wonderful. Different. What have you done to yourself?
Well, Jack, this summer I really took it easy and I gained 12 pounds.
12 pounds. Let me look at you again. Yes, sir. And your face looks fuller, too. Come here, Mary. Come here. Let me see if I can still get my arm around you.
Oh, Jack, don't be so silly.
Now, come here, Mary. Come here. Jackie's got you now.
Oh, Jack, now stop it. Ooh, you're so strong.
Come here. Give me a kiss.
Jack, you're hurting me. Where'd you get those muscles?
Eastern Columbia, Broadway at 9. Now, come on. It's a swell department store. Come here, Mary. Come on. Now, give me a kiss. A nice big one.
Oh, all right.
Come on. There.
Gee, what a kiss. What's come over you?
I don't know. I'm nervous. Maybe it's the quiver you like. Anyway, Mary, tell me, what did you do all summer?
Well, I worked most of the time. I got laryngitis and made a lot of money.
You got laryngitis, made a lot of... What did you do?
I tiptoed into radio studios and whispered Martha Ivers.
Oh, was that you?
Say, Mary, you glad to be back on the program again?
I sure am.
I am, too. But, you know, Mary, I must admit I'm a little nervous about the opening show.
Jack, if you think you're nervous, what about Phil Harris? He has 2 opening shows today.
Well, as a rule, I'm not... What? What did you say?
Phil has 2 opening shows, yours and the Fitch Bandwagon. He has his own program.
Phil has his own program? Gee, I didn't know that. That's gratitude for you. The least he could have done is let me know. Could have dropped me a postcard.
Or called you up.
No, my phone's disconnected during the summer. His own program. Phil. Gosh, Mary, what in the world can Phil do for a full half hour?
I don't know, but if he adds 2 more choruses to That's What I Like About the South, he's in.
I can't get over it. So Phil has his own program.
Do you mind?
Of course not. I like to see people get ahead. I want everyone to be a success. In fact, I'd even like to see Dennis Day get his own show.
He has.
What? Mary, did I hear you correctly?
If that thing in your ear is connected, you did.
Mary, this is no time to be funny. You're kidding about Dennis, aren't you?
No, he starts his own program Thursday night for Colgate. You're not mad, are you?
Well, of course I'm not mad. To be in fine shape if I let little things like that bother me. What do you think keeps me looking so young and strong?
Eastern Columbia, Broadway at 9.
I mean, besides that. Anyway, with me, it's just a matter of principle, that's all. If Phil and Dennis feel that they can go on their own shows and get laughs, it's all right with me. I don't care. Say, perhaps the little chicks feel that the nest that I built is too small and that they no longer need the sheltering wing of the mother hen.
If you lay an egg, I'm going to punch you right in the nose.
Mary, I was just
Well,
being...
Jack, we can do the commercial now. The quartet's ready.
Oh, good. Mary, I want you to hear this. This is the new commercial Don thought of with a quartet behind it. I got him tied up for 8 weeks at $500 a week. Go ahead, Don. Let's hear it.
Okay. Ready, boys? Let's go. LSMFT, LSMFT. Yes, sir, you bet. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Yes, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. And Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw. Lucky Strikes are made of that fine, that light, that naturally mild tobacco. So for real deep-down smoking enjoyment, smoke that smoke of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike.
For this, I'm paying $500?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, quality of product is essential to continuing success. And Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Wait a minute. Don, is that all?
Yes.
For that, I'm paying $500 a week for 8 weeks? Stand aside, Don. I want to talk to this quartet. Listen, fellas, if you think I'm going to pay you $500 a week just for that, you're crazy. Now cut that out! And get out of here. Don, I thought you had something...
Hiya, Jackson. Hello, folks. Don't feel low. You'll soon hear Harris on his very own show, and hallelujah. Yes, sir. Lay that beautiful old program applause on me. Leave me know it. Make me know it.
Phil, Mary told me all about it. And I'd like to have a little talk with you about your own show.
Sorry, Jack, I ain't using no stooges.
I don't want to talk to you about that. Yet. I only want to know one thing. You've been with me for 9 years. Why did you go out and take another show?
M-O-N-E-Y. M-O-N-E-Y.
So that's why, eh? Well, that's the trouble with you, Phil. All you think about is money. Women and money.
Well, I don't know of a better parlay. Do you, Bub?
I knew I didn't have that nightmare for nothing.
Hello, Donzie.
Oh, hello, Phil.
Hiya, Libby.
Hello, Phil. You look great. Doesn't he, Jack?
Yeah, he looks swell.
Did you go away for the summer, Phil?
Yeah, I sure did, Libby. We were there, just the two of us, and we really had a wonderful time.
Just the two of you? Who'd you go with?
Ray Milan.
You and Ray Milan?
Yeah, we lost all of July and part of August.
Well, of all the good you're going to do me, you could have lost September and October, too.
Now, Mr. Benny, please don't be facetious.
Oh, fine. But, Phil, where'd you get a word like that?
My uncle died and left it to me.
Oh, congratulations.
But you know, Jackson, it's mighty good to see the old gang again, and I can't begin to... Say, who are these four guys?
I told you to get out of here! Quartet, $500. 8 weeks yet. Where's Dennis? It's time for a song. He's not here yet.
Well, I saw him this morning. He was going to rehearse for his own program.
His own program. What should I do with my program?
No coaching from the audience.
Oh, fine. Well, I'm going to call Dennis's house and find out why he's not here. Operator.
Oh, Mabel. What is it, Gatesfield? Stage B is flashing. It must be Mr. Benny. Oh, yeah. I wonder what Notorious wants now. I'll find out. Yes, Mr. Benny. Who? Dennis Day. I'll try and get him for you. Gee, Mabel, don't it feel strange getting back to work after vacation? I'll say, but I really enjoyed myself. I spent 2 lovely weeks at Lake Winnipesaukee in the Pines. It sure was invigorating. Where did you go, Gatesfield? I spent my 2 weeks in the mountains at Ginsberg's Rest. And Well, what did you do? Ginsburg let me alone, so I rested. Gertrude, I had a wonderful time. Every day I went swimming. Look, here's a picture of me in my bathing suit. Oh, boy, what a picture. Doesn't even look like you. Where'd you get those beautiful curves? Eastern Columbia, Broadway at 9. Well, what do you know?
Operator.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Benny. Dennis Day does not answer.
Okay. How do you like that? It's a fine program. You think at least everybody in my cast would show up on time.
Who's late, Mr. Benny?
Dennis Day. Should have been here an hour ago.
Why don't you call him?
I did. I just tried. Dennis! Where have you been? Dennis, I just tried to get you on the phone to find out that why you... Hey, wait a minute, kid. You're soaking wet. Is it raining out?
No, a man asked me for my autograph and I fell in.
You don't have to be so nervous. It's not your own show yet, you know. Get nervous on your own show. Listen, Dennis, there's something I want to talk to you about. Why did you go out and get your own program without consulting me?
Well...
And after all I've done for you. I found you when you were just a kid. I groomed you for radio. I gave you your big chance. I let you sing on the air every Sunday. I've been doing this for you, kid, for 8 years. Now, why did you go out and take another show?
I was hungry.
You silly boy. Why didn't you tell me you were hungry?
Yeah, Mother Hen Benny could have laid you a couple of eggs.
Mary, this is no time to be facetious. Now, Dennis, Phil, stop taking bows. I knew that word before you did.
You knew it before Webster did.
Yes, all right. Now, Dennis, I want to tell you something. And, Phil, this goes for you, too. You can all have your own shows if you want to. If necessary, I'll get myself a new cast, new people. People who can get laughs, like the Mad Russian, like Senator Claghorn.
Somebody said Claghorn.
I said it, and I'm going to
Out with it, son, out with it.
Listen, I'm going to
Your mouth's wide open, but your tongue's on
Look,
strike.
I'm going to get...
That's why you can't express yourself. Harold, that is.
Oh, what's the use? What's the use? This is a fine how do you do.
How do you do?
Dennis, stop! Now, listen, I meant what I said, and that goes for everybody here. And you four guys, too. Oh, for heaven's sake. Go ahead and sing, Dennis. I'm going home. Come on, Mary. I'll drive you home.
A rose must remain with the sun and the rain, or its lovely promise won't come true. To each his own, to each his own, and my own is you. What good is a song if the words just don't belong, and a dream must be a dream for two? No good alone, to each his own. For me, there's you. If a flame is to grow, there must be a glow. To open each door, there's a key. I need you, I know. I can't let you go. Your touch means too much to me. Two lips must insist on two more to be kissed, or they'll never know what love can do. To each his own, I found my own, one and all.
Take it easy, Rochester. Nice song Dennis picked for his first show. To each his own show. It's a fine season I'm going to have. Phil's got his own show. Dennis has his own show. I don't know why they had to go out and get their own programs anyway.
Well, Jack, what are you so mad at them for? Don Wilson has 4 shows, and you're not mad at him.
He pays me commission. Rochester, leave Miss Livingston off first and then take me home.
Yes, sir.
And take it easy, Rochester, will you?
Oh, Jack, stop being so nervous and upset.
Why wouldn't I be upset? Nobody thinks of me. Phil has his own show. Dennis has his own show. My writers are still stranded on the gambling ship. Stuck with a lousy quartet. This can go on week after week, month after month, year after year. That's radio for you. It's enough to drive a guy crazy.
Well, then why don't you quit?
I will not.
Every year the same thing.
Just a moment, but first, here's my good friend L.A. Speed Rig.
Make no mistake. In a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. And Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Mr. Charles Jackson Gunter of Mount Airy, North Carolina, who has been an independent tobacco buyer for 53 years, said,
Season after season, I've seen the makers of Lucky Strike buy tobacco that's really tops in smoking quality. Fine, ripe, smooth smoking tobacco that pays off in extra smoking enjoyment. I've smoked Lucky's myself for 29 years.
Independent tobacco experts like Mr. Gunter know that it takes fine tobacco to make a fine smoke. Yes, in a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. And Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, and fine tobacco means real deep down smoking enjoyment for you. So smoke that smoke of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike.
LSMFT, LSMFT, LSMFT.
Yes, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
The famous tobacco auctioneers heard on tonight's program are Mr. L.A. Speed Riggs of Goldsboro, North Carolina, and Mr. F.E. Boone of Lexington, Kentucky.
That's 60, $60, American.
Basil Rysdale speaking for Lucky Strike, the cigarette that means fine tobacco.
Say, boss, are you going out for dinner or are you going to stay home?
No, I think I'll go out.
Oh, with Miss Livingston?
No, she said she was going to bed early. Well, I'll call up and get a date.
Hello? National Broadcasting Company.
Hello, Mabel?
No, this is Gertrude.
Oh, let me talk to Mabel.
I'm sorry, she left
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting.
KFI Los Angeles, Earl C. Anthony Incorporated.
All right, that was Jack Benny. And up next I have this remote broadcast of Tommy Dorsey. It's from the summertime. I don't know if it's from... Look, I don't really have a date on this. It's just sort of an unlabeled recording. But it does appear to be from the summer, probably 44, 45. And I just thought it'd be a nice little way to sort of play out the summer. Just sort of say goodbye. Good riddance to the heat. Hello, fall. I'm ready for you. Sydney, how's the ragweed removal going?
Hopefully fast.
It's complicated. Turns out my specific strain that I raised, rather invasive, and insulation is sort of the perfect conduit for that invasiveness. I might have to set fire to the walls. It'll be a controlled fire. It'll be a controlled burn. Don't worry. I'll be standing here with a fire extinguisher in case anything goes wrong. And we are going to have to put up new walls. Or maybe just wallpaper over the charred ashes. That might work too. I'm not even going to argue with you anymore.
It's a good thing we don't have a security deposit here anymore, because we would not be getting it back.
Yep, here's a Tommy Dorsey big band remote broadcast to play us out.
You guys are wearing asbestos-lined underwear, right? Hope so.
Tommy Dorsey and Company. Hi, this is Tommy Dorsey with another Sunday evening fracas featuring the entire TD detail. That would be Stuart Foster and the Sentimentalist, Buddy Rich, Charlie Shavers, and all their co-signers. And as our guest, we're featuring that fine actress, one of the screen's most deadly two-gun women, Claire Trevor.
Greetings, Tommy, greetings. But what makes you think I'm a killer?
Because one look at you and I'm out of this world.
Oh, Tommy, how nice. How long has this been going on?
Since I saw your last picture.
Oh, that was murder, my sweet.
No, I thought it was good.
Well, I hope it didn't give you any ideas.
Oh, but it did.
What, Tom?
It made me wonder if you could introduce me to Breathless Mahoney.
Now, what do you want with Breathless?
I'd like to have her singing with a band.
Oh, great combination. Breathless and noteless.
And beatless. Can you introduce me?
Well, Tommy, I'm afraid you have the wrong impression of me. You see, I don't know any underworld characters.
Well, you can meet some real low-down characters right now. I mean the boys in the band.
Oh.
They're set to take you for a ride on So in Love, spotlighting the sentimentalist.
Said no, no, no. The other part said let's go. And was I afraid? But I obeyed. The part of my heart that said let's go. I couldn't say no, no, no. Just 1 week ago I made my mind up that I'd never fall again. And then I wind up so in love, baby, so in love, dear. Part of my heart that said no, no, is suddenly all aglow. 'Cause the one I'm so in love with loves me so.
Everybody is aboard for this one. It's a little thing tabbed, Don't Stop Now. Last Sunday, we passed you one of our latest platters, the Harold All and Johnny Mercer tune, June Comes Around Every Year. This evening, we're flipping it over, in effect, to let you hear the other side. It's a dreamy ballad by the same writers, and this one is called Out of This World. Stuart Foster encores on the lyric. And Claire, you know Stuart, don't you?
Oh, hello, Stuart.
Hello, Miss Trevor.
You can call me Claire. Shall I call you Stuart?
Sure, but I don't get through work until midnight.
Well, what do you think of him, Claire?
Well, I think he's darling. But, I think I prefer the two-fisted, rough and ready type of man like Dick Powell or James Cagney or Edward G. Robinson.
Eddie Robinson, Well, listen, baby, get this. When it comes to dames, I could take 'em or leave 'em, say. But I usually take 'em, say. And when I take 'em, other guys leave 'em, say.
Tommy, did that come out of Stuart?
C.C.
Oh, really, Stuart? You've overpowered me. I can't resist you. Kiss me, Stuart.
Now you're talking, say. That's better, yeah. Pucker up.
I'm ready.
Hey, Tommy, what do I do now?
Pull yourself together and let's hear Out of This World. See?
You're clear out of this world when I'm looking at you. I hear out of this world the music that no mortal ever knew. You're right out of a book, the fairy tale I read when I was so high. No armored knight out of a book was more enchanted by a Lorelei than I. After waiting so long for the right time, after reaching so long for a star, all at once from the long and lonely night time, and despite time, here you are. I'd cry out of this world if you said we were through. So let me fly out of this world and spend the next eternity or two with you.
That trip out of this world was very pleasant, Tom. A really nice arrangement.
Speaking of arrangements, may I say you look lovely today, Claire?
Well, Tom, how nice of you to say that. But I had such a trying day, I feel a wreck.
Here's where I get started in the salvage business.
Flatterer. Say, I've got a TL for you. I like your profile.
With or without the horn?
Which one?
That's what I get for being nosy.
Oh, I think your nose is cute.
You do?
Yes. In fact, I clipped your picture out of a movie magazine, and I've got it pinned up over my dressing table.
Oh, how nice. I'd like to see it.
Oh, well, I don't think you'd better.
Why not?
Well, it's pinned Harry James side out.
Oh, great. Claire, I understand you're making a new picture at RKO called Johnny Angel.
Yes, George Raft is in it.
What do you need, Raft?
Well, this picture's about the sea, and in case of trouble, it's nice to know you have a raft.
Ask a silly question and you get a silly answer. In this new pic, I suppose, as usual, you're playing a tough gun-toting mall?
Oh, yes, I do. But why this sudden interest in crime?
Well, I thought it might be a way of getting out of the band business.
Oh, have you ever thought of being a private, Dick?
You mean like Dick Powell? I think it's a great idea. I'd find myself a nice location in the heart of gangland, set up a bulletproof office with a bulletproof desk, sit in a bulletproof chair smoking a bulletproof cigar. And in case of trouble, I'd whip out my bulletproof gun, and on busy days, my bulletproof phone would ring. Hello, Dorsey's tail 'em, trail 'em, and nail 'em. We never fail 'em detective agency. Yes, this is Peepin' Tom, the private eye. Oh, hello, Mr. Jones. You say you're not satisfied with our last job. But, Mr. Jones, we found your wife. Oh, that's what you're complaining about. Well, Mr. Jones. That Jones, he was always shooting off his mouth. When I'd finished talking to Jones, there was a knock on the door. Come in.
Are you Peeping Tom, the private eye?
That's me, lady. That's me, Pippin at Peepin'.
I see. What's your fee?
It's a standard $5 an hour for the eye. 6 with glasses.
And what are your rates for shadowing?
Follow any man for $5.
And what'll you follow a woman for?
Fun.
Well, look, I want you to shadow my boyfriend. He leaves his office at 5 o'clock sharp.
That'll cost you only 2.5.
Well, why the reduction?
We shave the rate for a 5 o'clock shadow.
My boyfriend is Gorilla Foster, alias Killer Mike, alias Bumphead Benny.
Why do you run around with a guy like that?
He's also known as Forever Ambrose.
He must be banned in Boston. What do you call him?
Snookums.
What's this boyfriend of yours like?
Plenty tough. He's got a cauliflower ear, a nose like a beet, and he's kind of a carrot top.
Sounds like a victory garden.
Right, and I want him planted.
As she said this, I heard a movement outside the door. I motioned to her to be quiet as I whispered, "Did anybody follow you up here?"
If they didn't, I'm slipping.
I think somebody's at the door. Stay where you are while I get down on my knees and look through the keyhole. Uh-huh. Just as I thought.
What do you see?
A big eye looking back at me.
What color is it?
Pink with red overtones.
That's Gorilla Foster. Reach for your gat.
I reached for my hat. Suddenly the door opened quietly. It was Gorilla Foster.
So, my little passion flower Cobra Claire has been two-timing me, eh?
Oh no, Gorilla.
Then who's this ski with the cheetahs?
He's just a long-lost cousin of mine.
As far as I'm concerned, he's still lost.
Gorilla, what are you doing here? I thought you were working on that $20,000 bank job this afternoon.
I was, but they only had 10,000, so I finished early.
Well, didn't the cops give you any trouble?
Nah, those dumb bulls just stood there and watched me walk out with the loot.
How did you get that much money from a bank without attracting attention?
I cashed a check. How else?
But, Gorilla, you tried to cash a rubber check once this week and it didn't work.
That was only because the rubber was too worn out, so I had it retreaded. Well, so long. I gotta lamb out of here and get this lettuce on ice. See you later, baby.
She said Gorilla was hot and wanted me to trail him. I told her nothing, Nothing would make me leave this nice, cool office. She looked at me and said,
Oh, no? You see this gun?
Stuffy in here, isn't it? Before we left, I suspected she'd try to double-cross me, so I got some evidence against her to turn over to the cops. Deftly, I tried to kiss her. The results were satisfying. A complete set of fingerprints across my face. We left and followed Gorilla Jones down the elevator. It was very drafty riding on top of that elevator. As we reached the street, she cried out,
There goes the gorilla, up that alley.
I paused to write it down in my little black book.
He just jumped over an incinerator.
I went back for my dictionary. Hours later, we were still after Gorilla and getting hotter all the time. It was a very warm day. Then at last we noticed something.
Say, somebody just ran past us.
It was Gorilla's shadow. He was running so fast, his shadow couldn't keep up with him.
Say, look, he just ran into that house. Should we follow him in?
No, we've got him trapped. I'll reason with him. Don't try any gunplay, Gorilla. I'm Peeping Tom, the private eye, and I've got you covered. It's curtains for you.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're finished, Peeping. I just drew the curtains.
That won't do you any good. I've got my men scattered all around here. One signal from me, and they'll blow the roof off the joint.
You're bluffing.
Oh, you think so, huh? Well, you asked for it. Let them have it, guys.
I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Blue Skies, one of Irving Berlin's greatest songs. When I first tried it on the trombone, I was playing with Paul Whiteman. I still can't play the darn thing. In those days, Pops had quite a crew of struggling young musicians, including my brother Jimmy, Bix Beiderbecke, Harry Barris, and a young fellow by the name of Crosby who used to beat up a cymbal and occasionally groan. That was in 1928, the year Henry Ford unveiled his new Model A. Yes, a ride in a new Ford was a big event, especially when it ran out of gas. Or a fellow might take his girl for a canoe ride on the lake, and the girl would look at him and say,
Oh, Tommy, isn't it wonderful? Just the two of us gliding through the water this way.
Sure is.
Oh, it's so beautiful out here all alone, with the breeze blowing ripples on the lake. You know, it sure does something to a person. It makes you feel sort of like...
I know just what you mean.
Oh, you do, really?
Sure. Makes you want to throw out a line and snag a few fish.
No, that isn't the way it makes me feel. It's so thrilling, so beautiful. I feel all tightened up inside.
Really? All tightened up?
Uh-huh.
You must be getting muscle bound. Maybe I better paddle a while.
No. Why don't we just let the canoe drift and I'll come over and sit by you?
All right, but you better be careful if you're going to come over and sit by me.
Why? What would happen if I got up and came over there?
You might tip the canoe.
Well, not if we pulled in close to shore under these willow trees. There. Isn't it nice here?
Well, I guess it'll be all right. It'll be all right if we sit real close together.
Yes. What are you thinking about, Tommy?
Hearing those frogs croak reminds me of something.
What, Tommy?
Didn't you used to take singing lessons?
Tommy!
Speaking of frogs, I saw in the paper where a horned toad got sealed up in a cornerstone 31 years ago and was removed today. And he was alive. Think of it. Alive.
I wish I could say the same of you.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, you never say anything sweet and romantic.
Oh, yeah? You want to hear something romantic?
Yes, Tommy, I'd like that.
Well, listen to this record of Blue Skies. We can play it on the portable.
Yeah, I guess we might as well.
Nothing but blue sky. Do I see?
Blue sky, blue sky.
Bluebird singing a song.
Bluebird singing a bluebird.
Nothing but bluebirds.
You won't, they don't.
All day long.
Slap, slap, happy. Sunshine everywhere. And everybody's happy as the square at the fair. Hoy, hoy!
Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. nothing but blue skies.
Overhead,
From now on.
Go ahead, go ahead.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.
That was Tommy Dorsey, and in case you couldn't tell by the sound of my voice, Sydney has finished clearing out the ragweed with only minimal structural damage to the building.
I think I got secondhand smoke, man.
So it's not a perfect it's not a perfect ending, but at least I can breathe better now.
It's good to have you guys back, you know that? I missed you so much. I did hold a little funeral service for you when I thought you were dead. I put these little gravestones up on the roof and that little flower box up there.
Very touching, terribly disturbing, honestly.
I think you'll like them. I think you'll like them.
How long were you waiting to use those, Sydney?
I gotta go.
Yeah, you do that, buddy. You do that. Well, folks, it's good to be back. Yesterday today is gonna plug right along as we welcome the fall season will be coming in soon. So can't wait. Got a lot of stuff planned for fall. In the meantime, I'm gonna go to the ER again. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'm signing off. Jake Westbrook, Maclane Westbrook. Yesterday today.